Hello, this is a short movie to discuss the contents of this file. Okay, so what we have here is the Vbelt drive design procedure. It's the 12 steps that kind of mirror um, problem problem 7.2, the solution. And what this file does for you, I'll print this out and bring it to class, and so you can have a copy of this file. What this does for you, it kind of outlines the 12 steps that you would need to take to solve one of these comprehensive V-belt drive design problems. Some of the steps are very similar to what they would be for um, a, um, a chain drive problem. Um, and we'll talk about those too, but this is a generic belt drive solution, and it lists the 12 steps. Okay, so you're given some things in your solution problem. It'll probably give you, well, it's a V-belt drive design, and it'll tell you what the power is and what the speed and power rating of the power source is, whether it's electric motor or something like that. And then you have to go through these steps of designing the drive. So the purpose of this file is to kind of summarize how to do it, and also to provide you all the tables that you need to solve one of these. Okay, so the first step is to compute the design power. This is based on the service factor and the type of machine, and you're pretty much going to go see this table 7.1. It tells you what the design power would be based on the usage of the machine, what kind of motor is driving it, and what kind of shock loads. And so you'll be reading off the design factor based on that. The next table we've got here is the sample selection chart for narrow section industrial V-belts. So what we're going to do is with this table is we're going to choose the V-belt section. There's a 3V, there's a 5V, there's 8V. These are heavier duty belts. I mean, they're bigger. So this number 3, 5, and 8 is the belt section width in number of eighths. So this is a whole 1 inch, this is 5/8, and then this is 3/8. And then based on the design power and the speed, you're going to pick what belt section to use in this chart. And this chart over here talks about the power ratings of the 3B belts. Okay, you're going to use this figure 14, figure 714 for 3B belts, and then 5V belts, and then 6 V-belts. The interesting thing about these tables is these are your standard sheave sizes. Okay, these are the standard sheave diameters that you get to choose from. So when you're picking out your sheave diameters, this is in step 5, you're going to need to know what these standard sheave sizes are, and this is where you get those. Okay, this is where you get the standard sheave sizes for 5V belts. This is where you get the standard sheave sizes for 3V belts. Okay, and here is the power added versus speed ratio. Okay, so we're going to have to use these charts. This one's only for 5V, so we're not going to do that step if we have a 3V or an 8V. And then we got some correction factors. You'll see these showing up in your steps too. And so these are the other correction factors. And then finally, this one is the V-belt length. These are your standard V-belt lengths because you want to be choosing a standard length that you can buy for your machine. Yeah, so the process goes where you're going to choose a starting center distance between the two sheaves, and then you're going to, based on that, you're going to calculate what the center distance is. You're going to choose a center distance, and then you're going to go into an equation for V-belt length and find the closest V-belt length. So then after you find the actual V-belt size, then you've got to go back and calculate your actual center distance. That's in step 9. So I just wanted to provide this to help you go through your problems, because it's easier than if you had to Keep flipping your book back and forth between the pages to find these tables. I'll put them all in one file for you, and I'll print this out, like I said, and bring it to class. Okay, study the movie on how to solve that problem, and then we're going to go over the problem solution of example 7.2 in class as well during lecture. Okay, so this was the movie that give you a brief introduction to the Vbelt drive design procedure and what this file is. And you go through this procedure and follow this procedure when you're solving your comprehensive Vbelt design drive problems. Okay, thank you.